Turn to your neighbor and say, neighbor, your preacher's going to preach on keeping it real in a jacked up situation. You may be seated. Keeping it real in a jacked up situation. I'm going to just talk for a few moments, and then y'all come back and y'all hear the whole thing, okay? Have you ever been going through something that was so hard that you couldn't even begin to tell or describe to yourself, not only to somebody else, what's happening? Right about now, no need to even try and explain to your friends, because if you can't define it for yourself, how in the world can you define it and tell others? Well, we as a Christian sometimes have a safe place to go to. You can't put your finger on what's happening to me, so we say to ourselves, I don't know what this is that I'm going through, and I don't mind telling you that sometimes I'm even afraid or perplexed even in my own spirit as a pastor. Because as a pastor, you just might walk up to me, text me or Google me or whatever and ask me, Pastor, what in the world is going on with me? Then I'll either have to make up something or admit that I really don't know, or you never been there. Because you're so spiritually, maybe I can understand your position, but as for me, I've been through some stuff. I've been through some situation where I've wondered what's up with that. Anybody in here with me? Are you in the house? Have you ever felt like going to God and saying, God, what is this all about? And while you're in that situation, God says, I was just thinking about you. Well, here it is, packaged in the text. It's right here. Is it all right if I just unwrap it just for a few moments with my feeble thoughts, and then I'll take my seat? The children of Israel were shipped from their predicament to God's perception. Y'all done missed it. I'm going to say it one more time. The children of Israel were shipped from their predicament to God's perception. I said the children of Israel were shipped from their predicament to God's perception. Y'all still haven't caught it. I said the children of Israel were shipped from their predicament to God's perception. Look at the text. God says, I've been thinking about you, because as surely as you are here, I believe some of you are walking in the shoes of Israel. God has shipped you from a predicament to God's perception. You're going through some stuff. You're wrapped up in a problem, some issue you've been wrestling with, some problem as a young adult trying to make it, some parent trying to figure it out, some relationship you're in, and you're asking God the question, Lord, what in the world is up with this mess that I'm in? I'm your child, and here it is. I'm getting kicked. I'm getting punched. Y'all don't want to talk to me. I've been having all kinds of situations in my life, and I thought that sooner or later everything would be all right. Well, it's just right there in the text. Let's read the text. It says, whom I have carried away. Let me unpack that for you. See, God says, I'm the one. Turn to your neighbor and say, God says. No, you ain't saying it louder. Say, God says. You're still not saying it louder. God says. Watch this. God says, I am the one who carried away, whom I caused or allowed to be carried away. I said it too fast for you. God says, I'm only talking to the folk who are allowed or caused to be in the situation that you're in, because I know that even though you're going through it, you can handle it. Ooh. The next thing God says, I'm not going to leave you. I know where you are. And the reason why I know where you are is because I put you there. God says, I know where you are because I put you there. I allowed you to be taken there. I planted you. Zoom the lens in on this. I planted you there. And if I planted you there, I'm going to fix it so I can take you out of the situation that you're in so that you can learn and that you can understand that whatever is going on in your life, I am able to fix it. The text reveals, get this good, because 2017 there's going to be a whole lot of stuff happening in 2017. Listen. They were in Babylon because they had turned from God. And if I were to be honest with myself, I would have to admit, now I don't know about you, sanctified folk filled with the Holy Ghost and all these things. I done made some mistakes in my life. I done some wrong things in my life. And let's be honest. We did some in 2016. Come on, let's fess up. We all might have cussed. We all might have told a lie. Ain't no such thing as a white lie. How many of us told a lie to get out of the mess we was in? We have all messed up in 2016, but the biggest mess, turn to the name, the biggest mess. Now you ain't saying it loud. Say the biggest mess. Now you still ain't saying it loud. Say the biggest mess. See, the biggest mess that I have ever been in, not because the devil was attacking me, but because I did it to myself. Or turn to your neighbor and say, I did it to myself. But because I yielded and went my own way. Oh, preach, Pastor Cox. Let me ask you this question. Can I ask you this question? How many of us in 2016 thought we received a blessing? Now, every last one of us received a blessing. Just by the mere fact that you're alive, you've been blessed. But now watch this. Watch this. How many of you have truly been faithful to God? If you had been truly faithful to God, you'd have been blessed even more. See, now watch this other situation. There was another generation. It's in the text. This generation had done nothing wrong. They had done the right thing. They were there because they inherited a set of circumstances from their fathers. I say they inherited a set of circumstances from their father. Meaning, listen to this good. Meaning, there are some inherited tendencies that we get from our parents. There are some inherited situations that we get from our parents. That's why mom and daddy said, I know what you already did. Ain't no need of you lying to me. I already know what you did, because there are some inherited tendencies that we find ourselves in. So God says to those of us who have had these inherited tendencies, suck it up. Turn your neighbor and say, suck it up. So, but he also turned around and said, no matter what you are, no matter where you're going, no matter what you're doing, I am going to put you in a situation where sooner or later you will receive the blessing that I have for you, because I planted you there. And because I planted you there, I'm going to make sure that I know where you are so that you can produce a good thing. Holy that they sung this morning. Holy. In Revelation, it says, hurt not the earth until my people have been sealed. Now not with just no ordinary seal, but with an everlasting seal. But while you're in the process of being sealed, I know what you're going through. Oh, y'all not up in here. I know what you're going through, and I know the situations that you're in. I know you've lost loved ones. I know you're broke. Anybody in here broke? Huh? Anybody here robbed Peter to pay Paul? Come on now, fess up. How many of you got 2 nickels to shake? That's what my grandmother used to say. Grandmother used to say, I don't have 2 nickels. Some of you mature folk, y'all know about that? 2 nickels to put together, huh? Have you ever been so broke that you couldn't pay attention? You ever been so broke? Yesterday, y'all looking at me, oh boy, Pastor sure look clean. I know I look clean, but yesterday I rushed out of the house to do something, and I was in my Volkswagen, and I was driving to the store, y'all ever went to the store, got up to the cash register, and guess, it's the most embarrassing thing. I forgot my wallet. I don't know. It didn't really matter, because everything I was about to buy was more than that was what was in my checking account. So it really wasn't. Y'all ever been in that situation? Now I wanted all of this. I wanted all of this stuff. But so when I got home, something said, you know what? You better look at your balance on your checking account. And I looked at my balance on my checking account, because some things came up, emergent situations came up, and I realized even though I was embarrassed, it was a good thing that I was not able to get what I wanted to get. Sometimes God plants you in positions so that whenever you find yourself in this position, he says you don't need it because I don't want you to have it. And finally, what gets me is that when I find myself in a situation and my life has been jacked up, God says there is a balm. There is a balm in Gilead. He said there is a balm in Gilead, and the balm in Gilead is to heal a sin-sick soul. Now you can't just get the balm any old place. The doctors back in those days had to go up a mountain, and there was a tree, and it was called the tree on the Mount of Gilead. And when they went to the Mount of Gilead, they had to climb up the tree to get the ointment to heal a sin-sick soul. It wasn't a sin-sick soul. It was somebody who was physically sick, and they would keep it inside of the pouch, and the doctors would go to the various places, and they would take that healing balm in Gilead. Is there anybody up in here who needs a healing balm? A balm that will make you whole, a balm that will make you well, a balm that will cause you to stop crying, a balm that may say it may not be the one you want, but I'm sure the one you need. Just give me a chance and you'll see that's the balm. The balm. Donald Trump is y'all president. And we're going to need some bomb. Because when you get through with the other stuff, you're going to need some bomb. And because Donald Trump is the president, he is not the president. The God up there is the president. But 2017, how many of you have really been faithful to God? I can give you the answer. 33% of Faith Temple, faithful to God. I need you to get the buckets to tithing off. The church raised with 33% being faithful. Almost $400,000. Yeah. Y'all clap. Now, if everyone was faithful, what kind of a blessing would we receive? Do you know it would be over $500,000? In Jeremiah it says, plant vineyards. But they were in Babylon. He wanted them to go back to Jerusalem. We have a vision 2017. That vision is to get up out of here because we need to become more visible in ministry. Because God is soon to come. Do you really, I don't think y'all really realize how all of the signs are almost finished. No, I'm going to say it one time. I don't think the church of God realizes how all of the signs pointing to Christ's return is almost finished. In North Dakota, in South Dakota, did you know that the Sunday Blue Law is being enforced and people are being persecuted? Right here in America, did you know that? No, I don't think you did. Did you also know that every bishop that has been appointed by the Vatican or by the Pope is a Jesuit? Did you know that? Do you know what a Jesuit is? A Jesuit is an enforcer of what the mother church teaches. Are y'all listening? Are y'all really listening to me? Right here in Dallas, they just sent a brand new bishop to the city of Dallas. He's a Jesuit. Have you noticed gas has gone up 50 cents? I guess y'all are rich, y'all don't know, But as for me, I know when gas going up because I can feel it in my pocketbook. Gas has gone up 50. Do you also know all of the cabinet is made up of rich people? How do rich people get rich? Off of y'all and me. God is getting ready to come. And this is what I'm going to ask you. Some of you didn't do what you should have done this morning. Because you got bills. And you got Christmas. And you got car notes. And you got this and you have that. And you shortchanging God. And so you look at others who's being faithful. And you say, that ought to be me. No. God says, try me. If I try him and he don't do what he says, he gonna do it because he ain't no liar. God's not a liar. So in 2017, the theme for Faith Temple is a brand new me.